It's live. Hello, hello.
Good evening, everybody. We are about to start from page 160 English. Guru Prasad. Chalo, Prasad.
Yep. That's fine. Okay, go ahead. I'm just gonna fix this so the audio comes clear. That's all.
The primal qualities of birth in cases of individuals have been elucidated above. So the primal qualities of birth in cases of individuals have been said or described, illustrated or whatever. But when this person gets married, so what was the thing we discussed? That every individual have a principal higher level of one of the runanubandha. Okay, somebody will have janma karma runanubandha, somebody will have janma janmansa. So out of 5 bondages, one of them is more. Okay, so for example, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, power of Trinity. When you go to Brahma, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have blessings to kill your defects. He has, but he doesn't have the same power as Lai Tattva. So Lai Tattva will have higher. So that means if you want kids, okay. Now if you want kids and if you're doing puja of Om Namah Shivaya, okay, that doesn't mean that Om Namah Shivaya or Lord Mahesh doesn't have the capability of giving Ashirwad of you having the kids, but it will be faster. So similarly, in our 5 bondages, one of the bondage in every individual is very strong. Somebody will be doing 4-5 hours bhakti, prayer. Somebody will be doing 12-hour shift, no problem, 2-3 jobs because they love that. Somebody will be just doing, what do you call it, iteration, others. Okay, so all these things. But when these persons get married, here is the problem. If the qualities innate in their wives happens to be at variance as compared to their partner. So let's say the wife has one of the quality higher than the husband or the spouse. Okay, then due to such contradiction, their families have to always live in grief and turmoil. So between husband and wife, if one of the quality is higher, runanubandha. What kind of runanubandha? So wife wants to do lots of puja and husband doesn't want to do it. Then there is a little, what do you call it, between them, they have the turmoil, like, tug of war going on. Are you ready?
Yeah.
For example,
if suppose a person is born with the predominance of Janma Karma in his and in his wife, the Janma Janmantar is dominant.
so understand the meaning before we go further. So that means husband Janma Karma bondage is very high. Janma Karma bondage, what do? They keep on working. That means even at home, they'll be doing gunning work. Even when they have holidays, they'll be doing some kind of work where they don't have to, they just don't like to stay in the family. Janma Karma. Okay. And the wife has Janma Janmantar. Janma Janmantar means any kind of bhakti. Somebody call, oh, today we have this satsang. Okay, you know what? I have to go. I cannot miss out. Or I want to read my Gita, or I want to read my Bible, or any kind of thing. Anywhere little function is happening with pertaining to the God and goddesses, she will run. So these are the two extreme. Anything extreme is no good. Go ahead.
Then her natural mode of thought and behavior will generally be towards piety and religious conduct.
Naturally, because her Janma Janmantar is very strong. Okay.
She will therefore be prone to worshipping Devadevatas so that such worship should be conducive to her family's welfare.
Now, she is not uplifting herself. Why is she running around? That is an important sentence. As a mother, as a wife, when her Janma Janmantar is very strong, she's going out and attending all this function, but at the same time, she's doing this so that she can, for the welfare of the family. Okay.
On the contrary, the thought of her behavior and life mode is conducive to the welfare of the family never gains around in the mind of the husband and he feels that in the observance of worship and religion, his wife is making too much of a show and fuss.
Because husband doesn't know that she's doing for the welfare of the family. Therefore, he thinks that she's just fussing too much. She's doing over exaggerating her action. Okay, doing going beyond the limit. Okay.
The result is that in the development of her innate quality, and
The husband.
husband himself proves to be an impediment, his predominant quality being that of Janma Karma.
So because he doesn't understand, but she's doing it, he thinks the other way around. Okay.
Another point to be noted here is that some women in this category get the trance of the Kula Devatas.
So here you have to remember, if the husband has extreme of Janma Karma, and if the wife has extreme of Janma Janmantar, because her worshipping is not worshipped by her husband, or he doesn't realize, therefore some of the Kula Devata, she can go in trance. Her body can be used by that family deities, and they will get into her body and will try to give the message to the husband. But husband being too much busy with the Janma Karma, he will not respect. Okay. Therefore, because of the fear of the husband, she might have to go to somebody else's house, and that's when she has the trance, she has to hide from the husband. Otherwise, the husband might say, you know what, she's doing too much extreme. So possibility is she might be having that trance in somebody else's place because she's scared of her. She knows that my husband will never respect because her Janma Karma is high.
But that does not mean that her bhakti is not accepted by the Kula.
Bhakti is accepted. But she's doing extreme too, but she's forgetting the prapanch also. You know, why are we reading this? Extreme is not good. You have to balance. That's what Baba said. Balance, you have to balance it. Prapanch, Paramatma. Little time, you need little time, but give quality time for your Paramatma. Do your Omkar, that's why our Omkar sadhana is only 45 minutes. Concentration. Put your heart and soul into it and do the Omkar sadhana. Then rest of the Prapanch you can enjoy. Don't you think we are doing the same? Yes or no? Chalo.
But only because their husbands are averse to these things, the women are perforce required to go to the homes of others to manifest the trance.
See, because the husband doesn't understand this, in that trance situation, the lady is automatically taken away from the house because the husband is a non-believer. Or when she might be sitting in somebody else's house and there is a puja going on and she might get the trance. Do you understand? Why do we get trance? What is the real meaning of trance? Anybody? I told you, what is the meaning of trance?
The subtle body.
When the energy in your subtle body is getting connected with the outside performing performing higher level of energy, they get connected. Therefore, you get that Mata ki ji kahin aave. Okay. On the contrary, best thing you have to remember is Navratri. Navratri, that's 9 days are very pious. Inside you have pious energy, therefore you get connected. Okay, Chan.
On the contrary, sometimes it is seen that when the chief quality of the husband is of Janma Jamantar, and that of the wife is and that of the wife is that of Janma Karma.
So we are taking the opposite scenario now. Let's say wife is too much in Janma Karma. Wife is like, work. Husband is Janma Janmantar. Now what happens?
Okay. The husband performs worship devotedly and leads a life of righteous behavior because he understands that he has to perform his duties towards his family with divine blessings, and he sincerely feels that the life acquired by him in this present birth of his should be expended towards attaining its ultimate aim of perfection.
That is the husband. The thinking is the same. Thinking is both same for the benefit of the family. At the same time, he has another extraordinary thought. Who kare do? Oh, watch this. Oh, I thought okay, you were texting.
No.
So they have same pious thought. What is the pious thought? Doing, uplifting the family. But one more step husband is going forward, that I have to attain to the level of perfection. Barabar?
But when the chief guna of the wife happens to be Janma, her cooperation is not forthcoming in the performance of worship by the husband or in the service that he desires to render towards Guru devotion.
So they don't blend together because her Janma Karma is so powerful that she will not be participating in the ritual or religious transaction. You understand? खबर पड़ी नहीं? It's like, okay, you know, I have to attend the aarti. You know what? You go. I have to go somewhere else. So that mix and match is not like, you know, not walking because the wife is Janma Karma is higher, so she will not be walking towards that direction. Same thing, husband. Husband had the same problem. When husband was Janma Karma, she will attend all the religious thing, and husband will be doing some other work. Okay, chalo.
Not only this, but she never observes segregation during her monthly cycle days and compels her husband to take food prepared by her in those forbidden days.
Because her Janma Karma is so powerful and Janma Janmantar is very low, therefore she doesn't understand the ritual, therefore she doesn't follow that in 5 days when I'm in period, I'm not supposed to cook and feed that food to my. This is all on the ritual side. Okay, what Dada is saying is on the ritual side. Then in ritual, in Shastra, when you're in period, the lady doesn't have to cook. Therefore, but because she doesn't have that knowledge, she will cook the food and feed. Okay.
This harms his progress in attaining a mark and his religious behavior.
So you are going to be, you will slow him down in the religious progress. His expansion will be slowed down. Barobar che? You got it?
Yeah.
So it's like a tug of war, you know. What is not supposed to be done, she is doing it. And what he is not supposed to do he is doing it too. Unknowingly. Is it knowingly or unknowingly? Certain cases knowingly. You know, as I told you, that the lady who wanted to worship and the husband is sitting there and raising the volume of the TV. That is called knowingly. Okay. So there are some idiots out there, both husband and wife. They will try to hurt the upliftment of the partners. Okay.
Thus, the union through marital relationships of mutually contradictory types of lives born with the predominance of particular gunas is responsible, owing to the inherent contradictions in them, for griefs in family life as well as in maintaining righteous and religious behavior.
So who is making who are the cause? The parents. So they bring this you know, behavior, the unbalanced situation in the house. The happiness is taken away, blah blah. Constantly there's a tug of war. Okay, the wife is working, therefore the husband is doing puja. Who is suffering? Kids. Oh, dad, can we go for a movie? I don't have time. I have to do my puja. So all this unhappiness is happening. Okay. Now father decide after puja to go, but the wife is not there because she's working overtime or 9 to 5. So therefore, ultimately the suffering is kids, and there is an imbalanced situation.
All I can covertly suggest is that even if you were to carry out your family duties and responsibilities as well as your religious duties, the benefits of both these will not materialize for your well being in your future births unless the chief qualities of both husband and wife become conducive to each other.
So you have to balance, otherwise you can damage your present and future lives.
Having introduced the above subject, the important responsibility of a devotee is that when in his family, right from husband and wife to the children, differences exist, as per variations in the qualities vesting in them, and therefore, as per these variances, their functions are not conducive to each other.
Hang on. So there, in each and every family, there is ups and downs. Why? Because everybody is born with a different level. Okay, some have this, that's all these reasons we have seen. So there will be some kind of disturbance in the family. Okay, the members of
the family should desist from searching after the faults and deficiencies of each other.
So it is your moral duty to find out. Hang on a minute. We are constantly fighting, or there is no peace in the house. So some intelligent family will try to find out the cause. Hang on a minute. What is going on here? We make enough money. We have a good living, but there is no peace. So what is the cause? So you have to find out the cause. The cause, once you enter into the Guru Marga, after reading Guru Prasad, you became, now you are knowledgeable. But before that, no knowledge was given to you, right? So, on the contrary, they should.
On the contrary, they should always endeavor to become one with the most important quality, namely Devadik Guna, which is the vital support for everyone's life.
So, the best thing is Devadik Guna, okay, which can balance everything. If there is, if this lady has Janma Karma higher on extreme, the other has what you call Janma Karma, Janma Janmantar. But if you have this Devadik bondage, at least the puja part has to be done in the house. If there are no prayers done, if nobody is doing any prayers, there will be a turmoil. I just received a phone call about 3 hours ago. Husband and wife are settling down, but the kids are making a mess. I said, did you tell your kids to do the puja I prescribed? Well, no. There you go. So what is the point in reading your email? They don't read the email because it's clearly mentioned that your kids have to be doing the puja. There you go. Come on.
For attaining this, the devotee should meditate over their Kula Devatas, Upasa Devatas, or their Guru Devatas.
So we don't, because now you are in Guru Marga, so you don't have to worry about your Kula Devata and Upasya Devata. It doesn't matter whose Jituba's parents used to worship. Now he is his Guru Devata. So once everybody start doing some kind of prayers in the house, all this imbalanced situation will slowly get balanced.
Kula Devata is the one that you're born into.
Yeah, the family Devata.
Upasya Deva is
He's the God you pick to worship.
That you picked yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Or your father must have said.
You pray.
So let's say your Kula Devata will be somebody else. Family Devata. That family God is taking care of the family for the last so many generations.
This is called
Kula Devata. But let's say Upasya Devata means, okay, grandfather was worshipping God A, and suddenly the son decided that, you know what, a lot of my friend is worshipping God B or Goddess B, and he likes it. So he picks up the Goddess B because even the father was doing God A. So that becomes in his family Upasya Devata. Then the kids will follow. 1-2 generation goes by and suddenly another kid will come up and they say, you know what, I would like to worship God A and Goddess B. So your Upasya Devata can change. Kula Devata will remain the same.
However, while performing such worship or meditation, no member of the family should think about the other members as to why they have greater love, devotion, and selfless feeling about God, or a more intense feeling to perform charity than himself.
So if in a family they should not say, oh, you know what, brother cannot criticize other brother, that why you having, so that you should not be pinpointing at other family members' activities. If an older brother would like to give the charity, the younger brother wife is not going to poison her husband. That let us give more than the older brother. That's his way of appreciating. But something is going on.
Any member of the family should thus not come in the way of a fuller development of qualities in the other members.
Right.
Having brought different qualities present in different members of family on an even plane, and having linked them with the Devadika Rinanubandhas through Guru blessings, the untoward direction of thoughts through which various events are taking place in the family, knowingly or unknowingly, right from trivial matters to matters of a serious nature, such as suicidal tendencies arising in the minds of some of the members of the family on account of differences in the gunas residing in them.
Again, close करिए ताकि it's a big sentence. So what is happening is that don't read too much. Just
Oh, I was waiting for you.
I know because this becomes tedious.
Okay.
Having brought different qualities present in different members of the family on an even platform. So everybody was different. Now they have been brought on an even platform. Why? How they came on the even platform? Because somehow they found out that by doing puja in the house, slowly, slowly, you will all come back on an even platform. Uh, Plain and having linked them with the Devadika Runagana Bandha through Guru blessing. That's what I just said. By doing some kind of puja, slowly, slowly, the unbalanced situation will start balancing. The untoward direction of thoughts through which various events are taking place in the family, knowingly or unknowingly. So, as I said, as Dada said in the above sentence, you should not be criticizing their action, knowingly or unknowingly. बराबर thoughts भी नहीं आવો જોઈએ. Even you don't have to have the thoughts. Okay, some other partner will try to poison your mind, but you should not be listening. And again, nobody will poison because everybody is doing their prayers. So the thought will not come. But even if it comes, knowingly or unknowingly, or even the neighbors might poison your family members, and if they get poisoned, like poison in the sense brainwash, then you should not jump in their boat. You should have the power of thinking that what is right and what is wrong. Right from trivial matters to matters of a serious, done petty things or big things, you know. Because then what happens is again, even though there'll see lots of questions, a lot of phone call comes in, you know, we all do puja, but still there is no peace in the house. Why? Because there's some outer force is influencing it. You understand or no? That can become so serious that sometimes it forces the family member to commit a suicide also. It's an extreme.
Negative energy.
Negative energy will drag you into that. Arising in the mind of some of the members of the family on account of different, you know, you have seen a lot of girls when they are tortured, you know, then they put the fire on themselves and all that stuff.
But that's torture by the like physical people, right?
Outside,
Not the
outside neighbors, bhakti. The daughter-in-law is doing bhakti, the mother-in-law is doing bhakti, the husband is doing, everybody is doing, but outer influence. When your four walls and the roof is missing, then easily the outsider will enter in. Okay. So if your walls and the roofs are tight, nothing goes outside and outside doesn't come inside, then you have a safe house. When outside comes inside, you know, and inside goes outside, that means you have a very unsafe house. Howsoever impetuously you may think by your intelligence, you will experience that your mental strength is now far greater and adequate enough to absorb these. So that is why Dada said that in order to have a strong mental, and in order to become a strong mental decision maker, the only tool we have in this life is Maruti Stotra. Nimarupi, Maharudra, Vajra, Hanuman, Maruti. Every day you will become stronger and stronger mentally and physically. So you have enough decision making power. You will understand what is right and wrong. And that is why you can stay away from this suicidal attack. You know, because see, when you're weak in making your decision, when you're influenced by other people, then you will bring unhappiness in the house. Yes or no? When some outsider comes in, right away some thought will come. Hey, excuse me, why are you coming in here? Why are you know, interfering in my life? Push back. Okay. But then if you are gullible, if you are going to sit in their boat and just be like them, then you can shelter your house. Okay. The work of the
Samiti has emerged out of the benevolent thought that devotees should be able to lead a life of happiness, peace and contentment.
That is the motto. The motto is that devotees should live their life with peace, happiness, and contentment by
expiating their difficulties and griefs through certain simple and easy means of expiation.
So some easy nirakaran, easy puja, easy all this thing has been developed. That is why our mission. I was talking to the guest who came this morning that this is the only mission which has nirakaran paddhati. Okay, not a single mission has remedies. Not a single mission has remedies or nirakaran where you can get rid of the. Only they have to go through the ritual. You understand? Ritual has the Nirakaran, which is a longer process. So this mission has the Nirakarana Paddhatis. Therefore, you are all lucky. Accordingly,
Accordingly, these methods are suggested to the devotees as required.
so it is custom designed. You come with a problem, your problem is understood, and Vibhutis will design your Nirakaran and it will happen.
It is important to note that the measures of expiation suggested, howsoever simple and easy they may be to practice, their acquisition by a sadhak in the Guru Marg is not at all that simple and easy.
So the Nirakarans are very simple. Okay, but your devil mind, because of the devil mind and because you don't have the faith, you are making that simple Nirakaran into a very hard Nirakaran. Because you fail to comply. You understand? If you follow the rules and regulations, leave the problem here, take the puja home, your duty is just to do the puja and then it will be easy. But constantly thinking and going into so you make it difficult.
Because even when a person through his constant sadhana or upasana is blessed by his guru, a correct decision on his part as to how to utilize those blessings through means to be employed to achieve the welfare of his devotees, and further to experience the appropriateness of that decision in reality, is yet another celestial sadhana.
So you have to do, Nirakaran is given, you go and perform that sadhana or Nirakaran. But to understand the Nirakaran and performing the Nirakaran honestly and faithfully is again a part of a sadhana. That means putting faith in that Nirakaran is your biggest sadhana. Taking sadhana is very simple sadhana. You come with a problem, Nirakaran is given, with a smile you pick up that Nirakaran. But to go and do it at home, put your hard-earned labor into that sadhana is a challenge, and that is called a real sadhana also. Which sadhak has to take into consideration in the Guru path. So in Guru path, you cannot take the Nirakarans are easy and lightly. Nirakarans are easy and light, but you cannot take the matter lightly. You have to go and
Do it perfect.
you have to take it seriously. By coming here, for this kind of a big giant, I got 50 different problem, and Chandu Mama the sadhak gives only 2 or 3 Nirakaran. Do you think that will go away? So you have that doubt. Okay? So,
since the birth of every human being emerges from the long tradition of karma of infinite births of the past.
So it's an accumulation of the karma from your past life. That's where you accumulate the problem. And as the problems are ready to stand in front of you, they will. There is no excuse. Do you understand? It is your accumulation of the karma, and when the time is right, they will stand in front of you. When in every birth,
in births in the past, when in every birth the diminution and increase of the karma are taking place at the hands of that individual.
So it is up to you how much you will diminish or how much will you increase. Do you think we reduce our doshit karma defects? We add more karma instead of reducing it. So it is the tendency of increasing.
The Rinanubandhas get linked to the life of that individual unknowingly.
So Rinanubandha is automatically going to be linked with that new life. Okay.
Later, after many repeated births, when one takes birth in his current life as per his karma. If the severity of Rinanubandhas happen to be of a greater magnitude than his karma, then even if the sketch of the past and present of the person born.
So don't forget, the one side you're talking about the karma. Karma can be diminished or can be increased. Runanubandha will also be linked with the karma. They are as you take your life. Okay. Now, if the Runanubandha, if the severity of the Runanubandha happens, if the Runanubandha is very defective, then the karma, it will give you a severe blow also.
So
But then see what happens is, look at this. If the Rinanubandha is severe, that means the whole family is affected. But if your karma is severe than Rinanubandha, only you are going to be affected. But in reality, some part and parcel, because there is no money coming in, starving, poverty, so their family is affected also. The ultimate sufferers are who? Kids. Because you brought the baggage. Kids are still growing, but at a very young age, at a very small age, they'll be suffering. Do you understand? So let's understand now, if the Runanubandha is greater than the defective karma, the magnitude is great. Then his karma, then even if the sketch of the past and present of the person born
exhibits a promise of high attainments, he cannot get the returns due to him as per his karma, but is compelled to suffer in his current life from the defects arising in accordance with the Rinanubandha.
So the karma is not going to hit hard, but the Runanubandha is so strong that the person will be compelled to suffer because of the Runanubandha. Okay, and the whole family is also suffering. You understand?
Even if one tries to expiate these defects through the worship of Devatas of his family or by observance of fasts, Navasayas,
Vratvakalya, Home Havan, Japa Japya, etc., and hope for peace and happiness as an outcome of these, the severity of the defect is so high that these observances prove ineffective in improving, in removing them. So what happened? I'll give you an example. Let's say if the Janma karma is messed up, that means that Runanubandha is defective. Even though that person is working double job, the seriousness of the Runanubandha is so strong that he cannot even bring 8 hours work money, and the family is still starving. If you remember, there are lots of families in India, especially tailors, ladies tailors, let's say. The people of the family in the house are waiting that if the customer comes and pick up the product, let's say you are given one or like 6 blouses. Blouses are ready, but if the customer doesn't come, I'll come today, I'll come tomorrow, I'll send somebody over. Customer doesn't have money, so he doesn't come and pick up the blouse. If he doesn't come and pick up the blouse, that guy doesn't get the money. When that guy doesn't get the money, the family cannot go and buy the food for that evening. So who's suffering? The wife is constantly sending the child, go and check if the customer has come, picked up the blouses, so that if the father receives the money, can you go straight to the market, pick up the stuff and come home so that I can cook the dinner. The daughter will keep on going or the son will keep on going, and in the end, you know what? They sleep that night by drinking a glass of water because the customer doesn't show up. So this is one of the Runanubandha. Janma karma is so that it compels the family to suffer. Easy example. Yes, sir. How many people have you seen? Have you not seen? So many poor families, and the husband and wife, they cry because they know that, what can we do? Janma karma, the job is performed. But the Janma karma Runanubandhan will not let the customer to come and pick up the blouses. Right? So, for that, the wife is going to fast, do all kind of, but even doing all this, If the Runanubandha is stronger, you cannot, even if you perform all this, you cannot bring peace, happiness, and contentment in the family. So a question will come to you in front of your life that you know what, I work hard, I do a lot of bhakti, blah blah blah. Still, my family is suffering. Right away, you should know that his Gunanubandha are stronger than the karma. Therefore, now we have to fix it. Okay.
Thus, even after seeking support of the Devadatas, the births of the devotees are as if it left and high and dry.
Left high and dry. That means even though you have received the support of the Devi Devatas by doing puja and all that stuff, but nothing is helping.
Therefore, the right path for removal of these defects is to seek resort to proper guidance and to a proper system devoted to such work.
So you have to find a medicine, a proper remedy where these defects can be removed. You understand?
Such a path may appear to be very difficult at the beginning in life, but one must remember that the path alone is his treasure of happiness for the future.
It will be very difficult because again, the karma or the Runanubandha will not take you there, where actually you will get peace, happiness, and contentment. So it will be a tough journey to enter in that room where you are going to be rewarded peace, happiness, and contentment. So the task in the beginning is difficult, but once you enter, then the task will be very easy. But then again, we make it difficult. Like previously said, Nirakaran is simple, but when you go home, you don't have that faith that I have done so many bhakti, I have done so many fasting and so many prayers in the past, that what this little Nirakaran will be doing, happening, or how it will change my. So there's another thought. So you're screwed from both ends. First you did it, it didn't help because you don't know the consequence, why it was not working. Now you got the right path and you're amazed with this little Nirakaran, therefore you have a doubt again. So it is a journey. That is why, what do I tell? What is my common sentence when I sit on the asana? What is my common sentence when somebody come for Nirakaran? What is my common sentence?
Do not ask
Do
why.
with faith.
Do not.
First 5 weeks will be a tough journey for you. Isn't that a common sentence I say?
Yeah.
It will be very difficult for you. First 5 weeks, the negative thought is going to hit you. Don't do this. Are you crazy? What is this going to help you? Do you think it will get rid of your problem? So it will make you weaker. So your path, your walking in this Guru Marg is difficult. So I already prepare them. Remember, 5 weeks, you will get this. You know, sometime I get a phone call. You know, I said, so have you, how come you're calling me this after so many weeks? Well, you know, Mama, what happened is once I started doing the puja, my problem became severe. So see how the negative has attacked them. Because you're doing this, your problem is now severe. So she stopped. Then, so I said, when you stop, has the problem severeness has been reduced? No, it's gone worse again. So I said, you think when you were doing it, it went to worse to whatever. I said, now it hasn't changed. So why don't you start again? You should have called me. So again, you have to boost up. Because see, negative can attack, you know, and they will. Chalo.
Sciences have called these measures as measures of expiation.
Right.
Of these, only 50% can be acquired by a sadhak in the Guru Marg.
Right.
At such times when devotees seek guidance from such sadhakas for their problems and difficulties, as per these tools, certain rites are suggested to be performed by these sadhakas.
So you will be told to perform certain things. Okay.
These include, among others, rites known as Tripindi
Narayan
and
Nagbali.
Nagbali.
These are all in ritual. So if you approach a sadhak in this case is somebody who is a little bit knowledgeable, not in Guru Marg. In Guru Marg is simple Nirakaran, you do it with faith. But if you approach outside the Guru Marg, they will give you this ritual thing. Okay, Tripindi, Havan, Narayan Nagbali. That is so that your ancestors are liberated. Okay.
These rites are recommended to be performed at various holy places.
You cannot perform in your house because you have to go to that place. Tripindi, Yagna, you have to go to India. Narayan, Nagbali, there are only 3 places where you can go and perform. Okay, by a chosen priest. So it cannot be performed in Canada. It cannot be performed in America or any other world except India. So you have to go there. Husband and wife has to go. And then the fear you guys have fear that we better take the kids also. So you 4 are going. Okay, and then all those freebies waiting in India, they will join you. Okay. So,
These rites are recommended. However, mere performance of these rites does not remove the defects.
it is an action. The priest will create an action, okay, and that will not reduce your sufferings. Okay.
Nor does the performance of these rites
Fructify.
merely because they are performed at holy places.
It doesn't mean that by going to Kashi, sure, everybody is liberated. No. So the place is not important, the performer is not important, and the rites are not important because it's not going to help you. That 100% it will be performed correctly. बरोबर છે ને? Okay.
Right? The sadhak who performs these rites must have become one with the Guru form and must always remain in service at his Guru's feet.
So he should be, see, the guy who is the priest who is performing these rites, he should be doing puja too. Yes or no? So now we are sitting for Kamkaj. Oh, I'm doing Kamkaj. I don't need sadhana. Then all those negative can affect you. Therefore, every morning, the person who is doing the Kamkaj or the sadhak in Guru Marg has to perform sadhana also. Yes or no?
Yes.
Otherwise, you will build up, it will accumulate, and then they can attack you. And the sadhak has to be at the Guru feet constantly. I cannot be, on the TV channel and this and that, and leave the karya on the side. First, get up in the morning, do your sadhana, come and say hi, hello 3-4 times, come downstairs. You have to be constantly in connection with the Guru. Chalo.
These rites must have become one with Guru form, must always remain in service at his Guru's feet, and also must possess the ability to remove the defects.
Yes. So automatically when you are in Guru's form, when you're connected or stay connected with the Guru, when you are at his feet, automatically the cosmic energy will come into your body medium 24/7. You understand?
Then alone will the defects be expiated.
Therefore, you are successful in removing the other person's defects. When you are doing this, once a week you do sadhana, rest of the time you don't do anything else, then slowly your body medium will become weak. Therefore,
for the welfare of my devotees and the various rites of Vansavimochan, Rinanamochan, etc., and the various dikshas leading finally to the Guru Diksha were scientifically performed by me over the past 21 years.
so in order to give you the fruitful result, our Dada has to be, he stayed connected with his Guru. This is what we are trying to understand. Dada was also, he had to be doing his sadhana every day. 21 years. He did this penance so that we can all get benefit from his sadhana. Okay. Finally, to the Guru Diksha.
No.
Later
in full compliance of these rites, the rite of Mahadudra Swahakar was performed as a concluding rite.
That was the final ritual Dada did, which was 1 year of Havan on every Purnima day, and the Maharudra Swahakar. Okay, that was the Yagna. Yeah? Sure.
Take a quick second pause. I need to fix that stream.
Okay, we'll be right back after the break.
2 minute break. 1 minute break.
Now,
So yeah, we gave everyone break to.
no, चल
No, I need to fix this. That's why. So.
जल्दी कर which is a connection to the. So now the karma vimochan. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back.